Welcome back to another review, everyone. My name's Solaris Prime, and today we are checking out the Commander Class 2-pack of Long Haul and Hook. So I think when we all first saw this, we were kind of shocked that the Commander Class was already headed in this direction, considering that we already just got a Leader Class, being Thundertron, headed into the multi-pack direction. Now the main question around this 2-pack is it worth the Commander Class price tag? And if it is, should we get more? And should you buy it? Well, I'm so glad you asked, because that's why we're here. And let's start with Hook. So Hook's vehicle mode is a crane truck, or something along those lines, and it looks kind of stubby, doesn't it? By reviewing the G1 model, yeah, it's not super close. It does look a little bit chunkier than the model here. While I can say that that isn't very feasible for a full-scale combiner like Devastator, I would have liked a line that is so entitled on being as accurate as they are to at least have given it a better shot. Now Hook's crane mode has some nice posability, 360 with the crane, and extension, but not a lot of extension. Would have liked a little more and some paints on that hook, as you know, his name is Hook, so should probably be painted. Even with that minor nitpick, Hook's always been one of my favorite Constructicons, especially in this alt mode, so I think they did do a very nice job at translating this from the cartoon, and he's got that amazing green that they always do. Love it. Unfortunately, I found that the arms don't really tab in well to the feet. I don't know if this is just my copy, but it is an issue. I gotta say, I was pretty surprised by how strong the crane is. It can actually hold up bomb burst pretty well. Speaking of holds up pretty well, Long Haul. And I gotta say, this is such an improvement over the Combiner Wars one. I mean, are we serious?
Oh! Ew, dude!
Don't get me wrong, I love Combiner Wars Devastator, but this? The literal one nitpick I have about this dump truck mode is I wish that he had more space to actually be used as a dump truck for. But from front to back, this is an amazing looking dump truck, man. I mean, I gotta say, I love it. I don't have many other issues than that. Maybe a few caps here and there, but I really like it. Now, something new to the team is Long Haul's trailer. Now, I'm sure it's easily recognizable what the trailer turns into, but for now, it is a nice looking trailer. Hooks into Long Haul on the back and looks okay. They could have just made the parts go off to the side, so this works too. Now, the real money shot is when you put them all together, and man, this set is shaping up to be amazing. We don't even have all 6 yet, and they already look awesome. That being said, I think that the vehicle modes are the better part of these figures, so let's see what the robot mode looks like. Hook's transformation is literally just the Combiner Wars, nothing new, but simple, easy, and fun. For Long Haul, there's not much to do in the transformation, but what is done is pretty fun. Now, just like we did for vehicle mode, let's go ahead and start with Hook. Let's just move him out of the way, and yeah. So looking at Hook up close, I'm not a huge fan of this center hinge here. It sort of obstructs the whole smooth vibe that you get from these figures. A chest flap sort of like Mixmaster would have looked really good. Hook is also able to wield his crane, which isn't that exciting of a feature, but it is a feature nonetheless. I think the overall robot mode of Hook works really well. Some might argue that it looks too indifferent from the Combiner Wars, but it's the same character and it already had a solid base, so I can see a few improvements making it a solid figure, which this is what we got. Articulation on Hook can be described in one word: limiting. The head is limited, the back is limited, the arms are limited, everything just doesn't feel super great. Not a super good poser, but he's okay. Now switching gears to Long Haul. As mentioned previously, Long Haul is such a vast improvement over the Combiner Wars. The look and feel of this figure really emphasize how nice each figure in the set is. This, I think, is the real selling point of the 86 Devastator over the other Devastators, is its solidity. Every part has a nice solid tab. Everything feels super dense and nice when compared to the hollow Combiner Wars. I think this guy looks pretty perfect outside of the fact that his arms are a little too stubby for my taste, but outside of that, I have no issues at all. Long Haul also has some really cool hidden detail. While Long Haul still struggles with a few of the same limitations, such as the no waist swivel, which is completely unacceptable, I actually really like the articulation on this figure. A lot of people point to the back of the legs and say, yeah, I wish that could collapse, but it would inhibit the knees, and I think it's solid either way. Now, Long Haul and Hook aren't the biggest figures, and they're not the smallest, so I would say that they're a little bit bigger than Deluxe, but still in scale with the rest of the Constructicons. So I do think the size and heft definitely helps contribute towards that Commander price point. So for me, I think the scale works really, really well. Converting long haul into his combined mode is seriously one of my favorite processes I've done in a while, especially paired with his pants. Everything forms a super solid chunk and it feels great. Hook's right there with him, man, because the way Hook transforms is seriously my favorite part of Devastator in general, so this is easily my favorite. The way Hook and Long Haul combine continues the same theme of how solid everything is. There's so many tabs scattered throughout to really make sure that this thing is not going anywhere. Now, what would Devastator be without his accessories? Because yes, he comes with about a million different accessories, the chest plate, the weapons, the hands, everything. My least favorite part about the combining process has got to be the chest plate. It just doesn't feel like it's a super secure connection, and it doesn't feel right every time I try it. That being said, their combined mode looks amazing. Now, just like Superion, I'm not going to be showing off all the limb bots, but just the figures included in the set, because that's not what you get with this set, you just get these two. So when you have these two together, they look breathtaking. They're so cartoony, they're so solid, they don't want to come apart, nothing wants to fall off. I'm just so shocked by how solid this is. It feels so hefty, definitely worth that commander class price point. And I know a lot of people are going to point to the kibble on the back, but to be honest, it doesn't really bother me. You can take it off if you really want to, but for me, I'm fine with keeping it on there. He feels even more stable and secure with it, so why would I sacrifice stability and security for a thinner combiner? Alright, let's go back to the beginning of the video where we asked those questions. So first, is it worth the commander class price point? Absolutely, without a doubt. The heft and the weight that you get from everything included, from the two figures to the trailer to the accessories, the quality is unmatched. You definitely get that commander feel, especially with them in combined mode. You can definitely tell that weight. Now, maybe you don't believe that this is worth a commander price, and that's fine. I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments. Maybe because one figure isn't up to par with the rest of the commanders that we've been getting, and of course, you'll have to understand that this is two figures that have to be fit into one price point, alongside the fact that the commanders get all that price, while these have to share that price. So definitely keep that in mind when you're judging these. But moving to that second question, should we get more? In my opinion, sure, why not? If it helps us get the combiners faster all in 1 year, or maybe if it's not even used for a combiner, I can definitely see this as a way to get figures for fans faster. So who wouldn't want that? Also, that's 4 Fs, figures for fans faster. Now, the most important question, the last question, should you buy it? Now, to me, value is perceived. From the most expensive yacht to the cheapest sandwich, value is always perceived by the customer. The amount you enjoy is ultimately up to you. So, do I think you're going to enjoy the set? If you're a fan of G1, absolutely. If you like solid, hefty figures, absolutely. If you're okay with buying into a set with presence, with fun factor, maybe not super advanced, then this set is for you. But if you're looking for a very complex, high parts count, super involved set, then this isn't going to be for you. Now, people can make exceptions, people can do different things, but this set isn't for everyone, and I think that's fine. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you like this style of review, let me know down in the comments. If you did watch all the way, comment Hound because he's at my desk right now. Anyways, that's going to be it from me, and subscribe. See y'all next time.
That being said, Stellaris